Hi and welcome to today's Arch Capital update, and welcome to the new financial year. Now we've decided to now start calling this 2021. We're officially in the new financial year, and I'm sure many of you are happy to say goodbye to 2020. Now it's certainly been an interesting year. Standing here in January, we had no idea what was ahead of us, and it's been frightening. It's been all the emotions of people's lives at risk, to your future income and portfolios and what's going to happen. And of course, we're a little bit out of the other side of that now. There's a long way to go perhaps in the world, but we know more now than we did back then. And so that's slightly reassuring. At the same time, there's good and bad news. When I look at markets over long periods, the good and bad news is that markets are always all over the place. This chart shows the best performing asset class to the worst performing over time. Now for many of you, I've shown this chart, and there's wide swings, and while we've seen a lot of volatility the last 6 months, it's not that uncommon for there to be wide swings in market returns. And so I don't want that to scare you, because the last 6 months have been more volatile than we're used to, but the reality is markets are always a bit unpredictable. So when we see comments in the papers and the news saying markets are out of sync with economies and things like that, well perhaps they always are. If we look at every year down here and I look at what happened in that year, there's not always a direct connection between what's going on in the world and what's going on in investment markets. So this isn't that different. So what can we do? We can only do what we can do. We can only control what we can control. We can't control investment markets. We can control our asset allocation. We can control how we invest. We can control how much cash and bonds we've got, and we can control how those investments are invested through equity markets. And if we stick to what we can control, take away a bit of that noise, then everything's going to be okay. I can assure you of that. I don't know what's going to happen in markets, but I can assure you that no matter what happens, the investments will stand up, and we'll make sure we're here to help you get through that. So I look forward to the next couple of months, 6 months. Let's hope it's not as crazy as the last 6 months. I look forward to speaking to you soon.